Good afternoon, viewers. Welcome to Admission 2018 Episode 2 program. I'm your host, Mr. Clinton Sukari. With me is the guest Principal Search Comprehensive, Mr. Mashare. Kindly introduce yourself, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, viewers. I am Mr. Boyd Machare, the Principal of the Search Comprehensive School, Kahawa, Sukari. We are situated 3.5 kilometers from the Super Highway. Welcome and Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. We are going to dissect on issues of quality education, and being a key player in the education sector, we want to understand a lot of things that are going on in the education sector. And quickly, let me get your view on quality education. What is your take on quality of education in our country?
Good question. Quality education is when everyone is brought on board, and not just the teachers and the students. Even the parents are supposed to come on board and make sure that they are able to participate in the day-to-day learning of their students. Not only just whatever is academic, even whatever is in their skills and talents. The parents have a key role to assist in immediately when the children are born, they are brought up, to identify what skills and talents they can direct them to. So that is possible in our schools, assisted by every member of the community.
Thank you very much. Part of the tenets that are very key in quality education is number one, quality teacher.
Yes.
In your school, do you have quality teachers?
That is what we purpose to have all the time. Unfortunately, sometimes, because we are private, the TSC will take the best from us. But we try to make sure that our board of management takes them through thorough interview, and they have to be of the best quality, and they are registered with the TSC.
And they must be registered with the government. And I think that should be a wake-up call to Teacher Service Commission to also place teachers in private schools. What do you think?
I'm telling you, I'll be glad.
You'll be very well.
Yes, completely.
I think we should come up with that proposal and ensure it is taken up by the government. On the issue of quality materials or quality teaching and learning environment, what would you say about what you're doing in your school?
We have ample facilities, ample equipment, and we always follow up on the government guidelines, following up on the orange book to know the books they are going to offer us, and therefore we go hand in hand. We are part of assisting the government to deliver on education, which was something that the first president wanted to take out from the community. That is, people not being literate enough. So we are participating in that and making sure that the government, as it gives us the direction, we provide the equipment. We have computers, we have the correct textbooks that are supposed to be given, we have the best teachers coming from the government institutions, colleges and universities. So basically, we are up the game.
You're up the game.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Talking of all that, you know, such comprehensive schools are private schools.
True.
So it means that you're coming in to fill in a critical gap in the education sector.
It is.
So what is your perspective of equity in learning in our schools?
That is something that is key, because it is lacking in most of the high schools, particularly to say, because we have an ACD center, we have a mid-primary, we have upper primary, and we have a high school, which is mixed, that is, it has both gender. And we have seen there's a niche in the society that we need to fill, because I don't understand why a student goes through up to class 8 when they were both gender. Then within a month or two during the holidays, they are going to high school and they no longer can learn together. They have to go to one gender. I don't understand that. So we want to think otherwise, that we can manage to have both gender learning in the same environment with the same teachers.
In other words, you are mixed school.
We are mixed school.
What are the challenges? What are the challenges that you face being a mixed school and boarding?
We will not say that ours is a bed of roses. We have issues.
Yes.
But since we have a comfortable and qualified guidance and counseling, and we are basically spiritually oriented and have those morals right, we are able to bring them up correctly. And therefore they understand this is just a brother or a sister like any other. So sexuality issues shouldn't come to their minds. And we have a powerful guidance and counseling team.
That makes me imagine that you are really doing a lot in terms of life skill education.
We are doing.
Do you provide life skills?
We do that. Because
tell our viewers something.
Yes, because that is what we particularly deal with, because every child is not academically apt. We have others who just have psychomotor skills work better, or basically they have musical skills with them. So we give them a platform to do that, and we tap into them because we have different clubs.
Yes.
We have sports, and we have an ample facility of football, volleyball.
Let me cut you short. We'll get back to that.
Yes.
Maybe I want to know in terms of performance.
Yes.
Have you been performing? And please provide our viewers with some statistics.
Good. We are performing in school, and particularly the year 2017 was our third year to do our KCSE. But our KCPE, that was our 8th year, 2017. So we have been performing very well. And particularly to go to the high school, we happened to have the first class in 2015. And we were able to take 6 students to the university, which was a beginning class, whereby being a beginning class, you are not trusted very well being a private school. So we have to look for students to fill in a center. So we did a good job. 2016, we happened to be position 1 in Rio Sub-County, and among the top performing schools in Kiambu County.
That's brilliant.
We happened to have 8 students going to the university. The rest, that is a third of them, were able to go to the middle college level, and the rest are well placed in doing diploma courses and certificate courses. 2017 has come out very well, and as I'm being informed by the education office, that we are placed very well when the analysis will come out.
Okay,
we'll be giving you that.
Brilliant. Since you've been taking top countries in the university, I would want to understand, how do you mold your students in terms of careers?
We have a career department whereby we have able teachers who take through the students as they come in Form 1. We start to borrow from them. What exactly do you want to become? And by that, we are able now to tap into them and even assist them as they are choosing their subject cluster, so that they can fit exactly how they want it to come up to be. So we role model for them for one, and we're able to get even the alumni students who have ever been there, so that to come and add value for what they are doing in colleges and universities. We are able to feed them with a lot of information about choices,
career choices,
and also call mentors to schools.
That is beautiful. So do you attend career fairs?
We do that. Particularly, we have 2 universities next to us, Park University and Kenyatta University. Every time we call upon that, we are able to go.
You are able to participate.
We participate well.
Now, the entry to the university is capped at C+.
Yes.
What is your take on that?
I've no issue with C+.
Yes.
But I've an issue when an exam lets out a number of students, and it's supposed to be, an exam should be a tool whereby it evaluates what the child was doing in school.
Yes.
And secondly, it's supposed to be a tool of transition from one level to another.
Yes.
So when someone is condemned, they have failed, they cannot transit. I feel we need to think through so that we are able to give a placement for the rest that do not manage. C+, what are they going to do? Because they're supposed also to be placed in colleges to do diploma courses or start from certificate level and fit even in polytechnics, because I think that avenue should be well thought of. So
do you think it's a wake-up call for us to start encouraging people to pursue their careers from the entry point of certificate level all the way to diploma, to degree, masters and PhD?
We are having, I'm one of the people who are involved in interviewing graduates and diploma teachers that come in, and we have realized sometimes direct graduates sometimes may be lacking some basic skills, soft skills, and hands-on, I would say so. Yes. And therefore, it's good if someone would begin from a certain point. I think when they begin from certificates, as much as it is okay to go direct to the university, but if you start from certificate to diploma level, you are more advantaged in the job market because you have soft skills, and still at the same time, you can manage the supervision roles.
And you can be able to advance.
I'm telling you.
So in other words, you are trying to tell us that we need to welcome the idea of competency-based curriculum.
We have done that.
Wow. So tell us something about the 2633 curriculum that is being rolled out by Dr. Fred Matiani very soon.
Good. I'm particular to say that I am overjoyed. It was long overdue. We were supposed to have done this long time ago. Yes. So it has come at the right time when we need to bring up a child or a student who is able to fit in the society. Because society is not just about grades, and just basically a person who is well known like a doctor, a lawyer. So, and I have no problem with doctors or lawyers, but that doctor or lawyer needs a cleaner. That doctor or another technician needs someone to fit in as a driver. They need someone who is able to give electrical skills for his house or for his office. If we just let go of that skill, or someone who is going to give us entertainment, because we have talents for someone who is able to do comedy. They are not supposed to be condemned. If they are getting an E, it doesn't mean that in the society they are E's. There is no error in them.
There is no error in them. Like that. Thank you very much. Just to tell our viewers, so you are saying that the competency-based curriculum is a wake-up call to our country to achieve, to become a developed country.
It is true. That is what we need as a pedestal to catapult us to the 2030 vision.
The vision 2030
agenda, because we can't meet some of these agendas if we are not able to basically have something to work with. This is the best foundation that we have, and I like it that we have been told that at the end of it, by 2027, the complete rollout of new curriculum will have taken effect. And therefore, by 2030, we have new group of people with skills, talents, and different competencies that we can appreciate.
So in other words, you're trying to tell us that we should forecast and see that Vision 2030 will be actualized.
It will be.
That is if the competency-based curriculum takes effect.
Yes, if people take up correctly. Let us not refuse it, because we would want those skills in our students.
Maybe. Could you tell us a school? Are you among the pilot schools that is practicing the 2633 curriculum?
We are not the pilot schools, but by the virtue that it has started in the year 2018, we are on. We have already trained all our teachers.
How prepared are you?
We have trained all our teachers from the pre-group to class 1, 2, 3.
Grade 1 to 3?
Yes, grade 1, 2, 3. We are ready.
So the teachers are prepared?
They are prepared.
We're waiting for materials.
We're also waiting for materials. And we are gathering for some.
Thank you very much. Before we take a short break,
yes,
about the textbook policy, we've seen the government come up with a new textbook policy whereby it's distributing books directly to schools.
Yes.
What is your take on that?
I have no issue with that. I'm okay with it, because it's able to remove the scrupulous behavior of people trying to...
The bad behavior, underdeeds.
Yes, underdeeds. I have no issue with that, and it is good. But I would want the government to assist the printers that have been there, and it's a business set up to provide literature material, whereby we know that Africans are very poor readers.
Yeah, poor readers. The reading habits are bad.
But they are good listeners. Poor actors on it. But I would say that they should be given an avenue for supplementary books. They print supplementary books based on the curriculum, the syllabus design
And the demand.
Because ideally, I am a teacher myself.
Yes.
So therefore, I would want to have not just one book that is just guiding me. I would want another book
To diversify.
And give me more material so that I am able to deliver exactly what I need.
In other words, we need the intellectual independence, yeah? You need variety.
Yeah, variety is good. You go to a market and there is only a mango and you don't have a taste for mangoes. You need a maple.
That could be society, right? Society. Thank you very much. So the textbook policy has taken effect, and I don't know, I've seen private schools also being co-opted in the program. Maybe do you have an idea as such? What are your plans?
It has come to us because we are under the umbrella of Kenya Private Schools Association.
Yes.
And there is a lot of discussion about bringing us on board and getting the same books, because we are part of the government in delivering the curriculum, the new curriculum, and therefore we are going to have the books also at a reduced rate, and we are thanking the government for accepting whatever was asked from by the Kenya Private Schools Association. So we are waiting for it to roll out. We have no challenge at all if everything comes to us, because even the Tusome books that were there, Tusome program, we were put in, there were private books, private school books, as the same way like the public schools books. So we were able to get ours, and we thank the government for that, for putting us on board.
Thank you very much. Maybe to just dissect a little bit, we've seen a massive transfer of teachers, head teachers of public schools.
Yes.
What's your take on that?
I don't want to be quoted to have questioned the thought process that was there.
Yes.
But I believe, because it is not everyone that was transferred, there must be a major reason on why principal A would be taken to a school X. For that reason, I will let it remain as it is. But I would say that every time we are given another chance to duplicate values or a similar role in a different school, we are able now to multiply a good effect.
The multiply
effect. I would thank that. But if it was to be like something punitive, it wouldn't be taken well by the society. Because these are also family members that are going to be shifted from one area to another. I hope that they are going to be brought within the same kind of locality, not very far from
it is a delocalization policy that has come up. And is it a wake-up call to private schools to ensure that even as they get teachers or they get principals, they should also get principals from other particular regions?
We are very particular when we are doing our interviews that would want to diversify and have a cosmopolitan kind of environment. So we don't have a teacher fraternity or a support staff.
It's just
yeah, we don't do that. We try to make sure that at least only we cannot manage to capture all the 42, try the 44, because we added the Asian community. So we are trying our level best to make sure that at least we do that. So is the gender rule. We try our level best. Yeah, the truth that gender rule. We try to make sure that that one is also captured.
You must be very passionate about issues of gender. We've seen the particular reports, including the semester report on the girl child and the boy child performance. Now, being a mixed school, which particular gender performs better? Or what is your take? How could you dissect that?
Thank you for the question, but I will refuse to go your direction. I will not want to be quoted that I am refusing a girl or a boy a little bit. But I have these things to say. But when you look at the top, you may realize maybe a girl is reading and a boy is trailing. But if you look at the analysis, you will find that majority, that is the boys, when it comes to the down figures, were the top, but they did not have a top candidate, that is a top gender boy. So therefore, it's not neither here nor there. Both boys and girls perform equally better. Only that on skills that are mostly takes gender roles, either female or male, that's where maybe the challenge would come in. But with
Mr. Macharia has decided to take us that gender mainstreaming is very important in our society to ensure that it gives no gender particular emphasis. And maybe before we take a short break, what would be your opinion on the recent, reshuffle of cabinet? We've seen Dr. Fred Matiang'i now being shifted to Cabinet Secretary, Interior Affairs and Government Coordination, and now acting in education.
Yes.
Do you want him to go?
I will not say.
Or do you need him for the reforms that he has begun?
The reforms are not done by one person. It's teamwork.
It is teamwork.
And you know that another gentleman that was equivocal in making sure that it also runs is Professor Magoha, and he still remains in NEC. And I would ask that our president thinks through who he will put into the education sector to fit in those big shoes. I'm telling you that Matiang'i has done a good deal to refuse all the current that is coming
from the unions,
from all over the place,
all sectors.
But I'm thanking the president, because he has seen that Matiang'i is an able leader who can is productive, who can manage also to go to security.
Oh, thank you very much, viewers. With me has been Mr. Macharia, the Principal Search Comprehensive School, and I'm your host, Mr. Clinton Sukuru. We take a short break. We'll be right back. You can also get us on Facebook, on Elimu TV, and at Clinton Sukuru. Thank you very much. Hello viewers, welcome back to the second session of episode 2 Admission 2018 program. I'm your host, Mr. Clinton Sukuru, and with me is Mr. Macharia, the Principal Search Comprehensive School. We keep looking at issues of education and dissecting issues of education, Search Comprehensive being a key player in the education sector, and we want now to look at co-curricular activities.
Yes.
What is your take on sports and games in our country, and even as a school, what are you doing in terms of sports and games?
Sports and games is an integral part of the growth of anyone. It is healthy to make sure that you break a sweat, not because you have a challenge or depression, but it's because you have gone to the field. And particularly myself, I'm a volleyball coach in my school.
Wow.
So I do that. So I also jump around with them, so that I also may break that ice with them. They always don't see an administrator in me. They see a friend, and we are able to make rapport with them. So if a child does not get ample time of play, and that is why I'm liking the new curriculum, because it has a lot of time to make a student who is able to appreciate the environment. And we have ample space for that. We have ample facilities for the same, so that we are able to. By the way, we are the best when it comes to handball, boys, girls in Rural Sub-County, in primary school.
Wow.
When it comes to the high school, football and volleyball, we are forced to reckon with. So we do a good job on that, aside from netball and basketball.
Okay, what kind of clubs do you have in your schools, and maybe you could tell us something about?
We have a myriad of them, because in clubs, that is where we nurture talent and what the skills that these students do have. Do
you have debating club?
We do, and a vibrant one at that, which is a mother to journalism, because journalism club is one that if you listen to our news anchors,
Wow.
you can't believe they are just students, 16 years, 17 years.
The making of news anchors.
I'm telling you, you are challenged.
I'm challenged.
When it comes to that. You visit us and you lose your job.
I will, for sure. Maybe, do you have other clubs like, debate, scouting club, agriculture?
We have scouting, we have environment, we have St. John's Ambulance.
First aid?
First aid, we do have that. We also have, that is agriculture club. We have Village Agriculture Club because I remember I had some nostalgia when we came up with that one, because there was the 4K club in my school, and there was the young farmers. Because Kenya has agriculture as a backbone.
Also, its economic blueprint.
Yes. So now, if we don't induct our students into identifying exactly how they feed, how they are supposed to make their economy great if they cannot appreciate farming, which is able to give so much of the gross domestic product, then we have found that we need also to give that bit of them, that because most of them are coming from the town setup, whereby there are no farms. So we want to have them make sure they appreciate agriculture, and that is why agriculture is part of one of the subjects that we offer in the Search Comprehensive School. Yes.
What is it that made you introduce Agriculture Club? Are you passionate about agribusiness?
I am telling you that is when we go to the career development club, that is a department, and also we go to career days in different universities. There's something that has come up that students are taking themselves as just employees, just white-collar jobs, and they have not thought about the blue-collar jobs. And the blue-collar jobs have happened to be shown to be giving more into the society when it comes to the income, unlike the white-collar jobs. Because,
in other words, you're encouraging our young people to become job creators.
Job creators, self-employed.
Self-employed.
And that is what we would want them also to create jobs, not just for themselves,
Actually,
even for the rest.
When we talk about job creation, as a school, are you embracing information communication and technology? How are you embracing ICT?
We are not just prepared, we are there. Yes, we have computer studies. We offer that comfortably from class 1 all the way to, that is grade 1, all the way to form 4. We offer that. We do that.
Class 1
all the way
to form 4.
We offer those computer studies, and now that the new curriculum is saying we have the ICT is an
incorporate ICT learning.
Then Kenya Private Schools is in communication with the government to assist in acquiring these tools, tablets and laptops that we are able to offer to our students.
Very good. There is a new concept in our education system that we ought to have an education system that is internationally recognized, internationalization of programs. And that brings me to a very key question: that do you offer foreign languages in your school?
We do. Wow.
Tell me about that.
We have French.
We have French. Bonjour. You know a little bit of French?
Yes, I do a little bit. Bonjour.
That's good. Yeah, tell me about French.
So we offer from, but we have still not started to test it in the KCSE, but we are doing it in that is from all the way from grade 1 all the way to form 2.
Wow.
So that they are able to get an extra language they can
be able to communicate
out here. And we are also thinking on incorporating others there.
That is brilliant. Yes. I'm happy to hear that you are doing French. I speak fluent French.
Yes.
And that is my area.
Wow.
That is my area. Je parle français. Don't try me that.
I will not go there.
I'm told that you've heard of skating.
We have not heard of skating. We have skating in school.
Yes. Tell me about skating in your school.
Because what we have done is that in every part of the society, you have special skills that students or pupils would want it to interest themselves in. We give them that avenue because the school has an ample field which we are able to incorporate every sport or game they would want to have. So skating is offered in our school, aside from swimming and basically acrobatics. We also do that.
That is beautiful.
Because it's something that I know the students are able to appreciate, that it is part and parcel of their upbringing. That this one is not, they are not, what can I say, a negative part of the society. It should be appreciated.
They should embrace
that is a talent they have, and we give them that avenue.
I'm good to hear that.
Yes.
Maybe to just think about this, we have issues of parenting in our society.
Yes.
I'm quite particular. You said you are a boarding school.
Yes, we are.
How do you manage to get these children? Because I tend to think parents tend to exclude their children from their homes to avoid that burden. What is your take on that?
We may have, would say we have quite a number we have ever had that would want kind of just let them remain with us, and do the best we can. But we have tried as much as possible when we bring them on board, because we have open days, or the ones we call clinic days.
Academic clinics.
Academic clinic. We are able to responsibly hit onto the parents' role, so that they are able to understand that these students are not supposed just to be left in school or brought to school as a punishment, because mostly if they misbehave, a case has ever come to us that they are told, you reach class 5, I will take you to boarding because you are not able to. So
it's then to be taken as a form of punishment. Which is wrong.
Which is wrong, because when a student comes like that, they don't take it positively, and they will refuse every direction given to them. So I would appreciate when a parent has brought up their children to a certain point, and they are feeling that because of their job, they are not able to basically have them on a daily basis at home, and they bring in boarding school. We are able to give the fatherly and the motherly love, though it is not a substitute. They should make sure that their roles are played well.
I'm a bit worried about the 21st century learners. 21st century children tend not to be punished and that kind of sort. What are the programs that you have in guidance and counseling? How do you take care of these children? Do you have a guidance and counseling department?
We do. We do have an vibrant at that, because we have realized that as much as some issues of discipline would come,
drug abuse,
so what happens is that from the word go, we connect with them, and therefore at a point whereby some of these indiscipline cases are realized, one, we try to work it out using the guidance and counseling team, and when it is something repeated, we bring the parent on board. And the parent is able to feel us in on the background on where the child is losing track on the behavior roles, and then we are able to assist them. We also are able to direct appropriately if it is something connected with their stress management. We wouldn't say that we are qualified to deal with some of the issues, so we will direct them to the correct.
Do you occasionally have trained counselors come to your school?
We do, and not just that, we even have motivational speakers also visiting them
to spice up learning.
Because again, much the teacher says, but a lot is also left out by the students because they don't want to hear from the teacher.
Voice.
A third party to tell them that whatever the teacher said is correct and it is true.
Gospel truth.
Yes. So we even have.
I want to hear, what are some of your core values?
Our core values, one is we bring them spiritually upright. We have, like now for the boarders, we always have a visiting pastor every Sunday.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. We have a pastoral program that is
Pastoral program?
Pastoral program,
Yes.
instructions. We have them, and every morning before the beginning of the day that they begin their learning sessions, there must be praise and worship, and a place whereby they can have a word or some mentorship
in terms of spirituality,
so that they grow correctly. And by that virtue, we are able to minimize indiscipline cases, because the students are able to appreciate the rest of the community. Because if they don't, then we always have
there'll be a problem somewhere.
Of course.
Thank you very much. I heard that such comprehensive school has been involved in a presidential award scheme. Maybe you could highlight something about the same?
I'm telling you, in the year 2015, we were able to take up that one. It's a challenge that I would want many of the schools to come up with. And that recognition first gives a student the appreciation that they are loved by the community, they are able to do something for the community. Because we took them through a program whereby now they have to visit the community, the sick, they have to work with the orphans.
It's beautiful.
It's not once we have visited a children's home, or particularly near us, we have Nyumba ya Wazee, already taken them, so that they are able to appreciate the elderly, and also so that at home when they find these grandmoms and grandpas, they are able to love them as they are. As much as they are slower, maybe they drool around, but they are supposed to appreciate them because it is their parents. So we are able to give guidance on this.
Wow, quite interesting. You're doing a lot. I've just heard a little bit. So you have environmental cleanups, you do visit the sick.
Yeah, we do.
That is quite charitable.
We do. We do. And not just that, we, the management has a program it runs. It's referred as a ministry, whereby they are able to assist the needy in the society that are bright.
Wow.
So they're able to offer that to the society.
Thank you. Thank you very much, viewers. With me has been Mr. Masharia, the Principal Such Comprehensive School, and I'm your host, Mr. Clinton Sukuru. We take a short break. We'll be right back. You can also get us on Facebook, on Elimu TV, and at Clinton Sukuru. Thank you very much. To our final segment of Admission 2018, Part 3 of Episode 2. With me is Mr. Masharia, the Principal Such Comprehensive School. Before we took a break, we were talking about how you impart society, what kind of activities you do, visiting the sick, doing environmental cleanups. Maybe you could shed more light on that.
Okay, I would. In every organization, there is the corporate responsibility. And we are able to involve our students in visiting the sick and visiting the orphanages, so that we are able to appreciate the ones that are needy. And among them, because we have a ministry that we assist the needy students that are bright, they are able also to appreciate where they are coming from.
Wow.
And know that they are going to give back to the society the same way. We have also gone to to visit the old, so that they are able also to appreciate the ones that are exiting the society in different roles that they play, and therefore they are able to appreciate their grandparents in that manner. So it's something that we have taken at heart, because these are the morals we want to impact in the society.
Where values that you want to inculcate.
A long time I used to stand when an adult would pass by and stop an activity, or just stand or give a seat to an elderly lady or a pregnant lady, for that matter. These are some of the things that are missing in the society, and they are very integral to make sure that we have a wholesome student go into the society. For us, we feel proud when we see a student who was in our school and is upright in the society.
Beautiful. I'm quite happy with what you're doing, and I would encourage you to look at the Women Education Researchers of Kenya's report on value-based education. It will be very important and very good for you. Thank you for what you told us, and maybe just a parting shot, tell us something about your school and how we can reach your school for those who are interested to join your school.
Okay. Afternoon viewers, again, we are located at Kahawa Sukari. Kahawa Sukari is along Thika Road Superhighway, and that is midway from Kenyatta University and Githurai 45. So you enter through Kahawa Sukari Avenue and you find us 3.5 kilometers from Thika Road Superhighway. We are a mixed boarding and also a day school for primary school. We have both boys and girls that are able to become men and ladies in future. So bring us aboard, and at the end of it we'll give you a man, and give us a girl, and at the end of it we'll give you a lady. And we have a wonderful teaching institution.
Well, contacts please.
0723 309 243. 0723 309 243.
Thank you very much, Mr. Masharia. I've been your host, Mr. Clinton Sukuru. Pleasure meeting you. See you next time.